Growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. In fact, with the right moves, you can stay strong, mobile, and energized well beyond 50. Yes, the body changes. Muscles don't respond like they used to, and endurance might feel like it's slipping. But that's not the end of your story. What truly holds us back isn't age. It's the belief that decline is inevitable. When we accept weakness as our new normal, we stop trying. But here's the truth. It's absolutely possible to regain strength, rebuild stamina, and feel confident in your body again. You don't need fancy machines or complicated routines. Just a few smart, simple exercises can make all the difference. And today, I'll walk you through 3 of the best. Each one can be tailored to your current ability and progressed at your own pace. And before we dive in, let's connect. Drop your name and the city you're watching from in the comments. Let's grow stronger, together. Push-ups, the upper body game changer. Let's dive into one of the most effective movements you can do after 50, the push-up. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Push-ups? Really? Isn't that just something kids or athletes do? Or perhaps, I've never done a proper push-up. Wouldn't it be too hard? And yes, for many of us, doing a standard push-up on the floor can seem daunting. But here's the thing. The push-up is not just for young gym goers. It's one of the simplest and most powerful tools for maintaining strength, function, and independence as we age. Why it matters. When you think about the actions you do each day, pushing a grocery cart, lifting a laundry basket, pushing yourself up off the sofa or floor, those movements rely on your chest, shoulders, triceps, and core. That's exactly what a push-up targets. And because it uses your own body weight, it requires no expensive equipment, no special gym, and minimal setup. What's more, doing push-ups helps keep your core strong. That includes your abs, lower back, and even glutes, which is critical for posture, balance, and reducing back pain. Especially important after the age of 50. Let's talk form. The classic version is simple in concept. Hands and feet on the floor, body forming a straight line, bend the elbows to lower the body, then push back up. But don't let simple fool you. Within that simplicity lie subtle details that make the difference between a productive, safe exercise and one that drags you down. Keep your spine aligned from head to heels. Avoid letting your hips sag or rise. Keep your elbows at about a 45-degree angle, not flared out wide, to protect your shoulders, and keep your gaze just slightly ahead of your hands so your neck stays neutral. Breathe. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you push up. Move slowly and with control. Avoid rushing, starting where you are. If you're new to this or returning after a break, that's absolutely fine. Modification is your friend. For example, begin with wall push-ups. Stand about arm length from a wall, palms flat at shoulder height. Lean in by bending the elbows, then push back. It works the same muscle groups but with much less stress on joints. When that gets easier, move to an inclined push-up, hands on a stable surface like a table, countertop, or back of a sofa. Body straight, same motion. Lower the surface gradually to increase challenge. Then transition to knee-supported push-ups on the floor. Body straight from head to knees, knees on the ground. You still get chest, shoulders, and core working, but with less weight to move. And when that becomes manageable, graduate to the traditional push-up on toes. Finally, for a higher challenge, you can try decline push-ups. Feet elevated on a bench or step so more weight shifts to your upper body. Progress intelligently. The key isn't to jump to full floor push-ups right away. The key is to build from where you are. And when you progress, do so with form first. Once you can do a variation with good alignment and control, then you can add reps or move to the next level. For example, start with 5 wall push-ups per set. That might feel hard at first, and that's okay. Do 2 to 3 sets with rest between them, say 60 to 90 seconds. As you improve, you might move to 10 to 12 reps, 3 sets, incline version, then knee version, then full, then decline. It's about consistent, steady improvement, not rushing. Technique reminders. Every variation still shares the rules. Keep your body a straight board. or from head to knees if modified. Hips neither sagging nor lifted. Elbows around 45 degrees from your body, not straight out to the sides. Inhale down, exhale up. Controlled pace. Don't crash down or bounce. Keep your neck neutral and your shoulders relaxed. Listen to your body. If something hurts, especially wrist, shoulder, or lower back, stop and reassess. Many older adults use push-up bars or hold dumbbells if wrist extension is an issue. Research confirms that push-ups, with proper form and modifications, are safe and beneficial for older adults, improving upper body strength, core stability, bone density, and even joint health. Why this matters? Beyond just doing push-ups, what this translates to is better function in daily life. Standing up from a chair or couch, pushing a heavy door, lifting a child or grandchild, getting up from the floor if you fall, these all become easier if the muscles are strong, and strong upper body and core strength also help reduce fall risk and protect the spine. The message is simple. You can rebuild strength, you can reclaim resilience, and you can enjoy life with more capability, even after 50. So my invitation to you, choose the variation that matches your current ability. Start with it. Do it consistently. Monitor your form. Do 2 to 3 sets, rest between sets, repeat maybe 2 to 3 times per week. Track progress, more reps, better form, maybe the next variation. Celebrate improvements. Maybe you used to struggle with 5, now you manage 8 or 10. It's real, it works, and you're worth the effort. Now let's talk about exercise 2, squats. If the push-up is the go-to move for upper body strength, then the squat is the unquestioned equivalent for the lower body and for real-life independence. Look around your day. How many times do you sit down and stand up? How often do you bend or reach to pick something off the floor or lower yourself to access a low shelf? That's squat territory. And yet, as we age, the ease of those movements often slips away, unless we take deliberate action to preserve them. When you perform a proper squat, you engage some of the largest, most powerful muscle groups in your body. The quadriceps, front of the thighs, hamstrings, back of the thighs, glutes, hips and buttocks, and the deep core muscles that stabilize the torso. Engaging all those fibers means more than just looking stronger. It stimulates your metabolism, improving body composition by increasing lean muscle mass and reducing fat. But the benefits go far beyond appearance or calorie burn. Squats help strengthen the hip and knee joints, increasing their stability and resilience. They enhance mobility and flexibility in the lower body, areas that often decline with age. Multiple sources confirm that for older adults, squats are among the most effective tools to maintain mobility, bone density, joint health, and fall risk protection. So let's break it down. At its core, the squat is a simple movement. Bend the knees and hips to lower the body toward the floor, then return upright. It sounds basic, and it is. But just like any fundamental movement, how you do it matters. Getting started, if you've been inactive for a while or have joint sensitivities, begin with an assisted variation. Stand in front of a sturdy chair or countertop. Lightly hold on for support and practice the motion slowly and with control. That upright sit-to-stand pattern builds foundational strength safely. Once you feel comfortable, move to the standard bodyweight squat. Feet shoulder width apart. Toes slightly outward. Lower your hips as though you're sitting back into a chair behind you. Keep your chest lifted, eyes forward, and spine neutral. Not overly arched or rigidly straight. As you descend, make sure your knees track in the direction of your toes and don't collapse inward. Avoid letting your heels lift off the floor. If that happens, it may signal ankle mobility or calf tightness you can work on. Variation and progression. When bodyweight squats become manageable, challenge yourself by holding light dumbbells, water bottles, or books for added resistance, or reduce the depth. Partial squats are fine for now, and gradually deepen as your flexibility and strength improve. The key is consistent progression, not immediate perfection. Form reminders. Feet shoulder width, toes slightly out. Imagine you're sitting into a chair behind you. This pushes your hips backward and protects your knees. Keep chest up, eyes forward, spine in its natural curve, knees in line with toes. Don't let them collapse inward. Heels firmly on the floor. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you rise. Diaphragmatic breathing enhances stability and core engagement. Reps and sets. Since the lower body can handle slightly higher volume, a good starting point for older adults is 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. As you build endurance, progress to 3 to 4 sets. Rest between sets around 90 to 180 seconds as appropriate for your cardiovascular and muscular recovery capacity. Quality matters far more than sheer quantity. Why this matters for life after 50. When you master squats, everyday tasks become easier. Climbing stairs, standing from a low seat, picking something up off the floor, these start to feel smoother and more confident. You're not just exercising, you're reinforcing your body's fundamental movement patterns, nurturing resilience and functional independence. And there's another layer. Studies have identified strong leg and hip musculature as key biomarkers for longevity in older adults. Keeping those muscles active and capable can translate into more years of mobility, fewer falls, and a stronger sense of empowerment. A quick plan. Choose your current version, assisted bodyweight, partial. Commit to 2 to 3 sessions per week. Perform 2 to 3 sets initially, aiming for around 10 to 15 reps each set with solid form. Rest is needed between sets. Track progress. Reps increase, range deepens, support decreases. Celebrate progress. First, you're comfortable with 10 reps, then maybe 15. Then you reduce the support hold. Then you deepen the squat. Over time, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. Squats are more than leg work. They're life work. They anchor your lower body strength, preserve mobility, protect joints, support balance, and translate directly into day-to-day freedom. Combine them with the push-up from our earlier segment, and you're covering the majority of your body's functional musculature. Let's make squats a non-negotiable part. Exercise 1. Planks. Your core's silent powerhouse. Let's shift our focus to the foundational center of your body, the core. Contrary to popular belief, the core isn't just about six-pack abs or beach bodies. It's far more important and functional than that. The core is a complex system of muscles that includes your transverse abdominis, the deepest abdominal layer, internal and external obliques, erector spinae in your lower back, your diaphragm, and parts of your hip stabilizers like the gluteus medius. These muscles don't just make you look good, they're responsible for almost every move you make. They keep you balanced, upright, and protected. As we age, this system tends to weaken. Loss of core strength often leads to back pain, poor posture, reduced stability, and increased risk of falling. It can even impact bladder control and the ease with which we perform everyday tasks like reaching, twisting, or standing. That's where planks come in. A plank is a simple yet deeply effective isometric exercise, one where you hold a position rather than move through repetitions. It trains your core to resist movement, keeping your spine in a safe, stable alignment. This anti-movement is crucial. The stronger your core's ability to hold, the better your balance, posture, and mobility. How to perform a standard plank. Get down on your forearms and toes. Elbows should be directly under your shoulders. Feet are hip-width apart. Your body should form a straight line from head to heels. Engage your core by gently pulling your belly button toward your spine. Keep your neck neutral and shoulders away from your ears. Breathe steadily throughout. Beginner-friendly variations. Knee plank. Drop your knees to the ground to reduce the load. Wall or table plank. Place your forearms against a wall or countertop. This upright variation is excellent for those with wrist, shoulder, or back sensitivity. Common mistakes to avoid. Hip sagging. This strains the lower back. Hips too high. You reduce core engagement. Shrugged shoulders. Adds tension in the neck. Holding your breath. Limits performance and can spike blood pressure. Reps and timing. Planks aren't done in reps, but in time. Start with 3 sets of 10 to 20 seconds. resting 45 to 75 seconds between sets. As your strength improves, you can build up to 30-60 seconds per set. The takeaway: the plank is deceptively simple, but don't underestimate its impact. A strong core means a safer, more stable, more mobile body. It's a vital tool in your journey to staying youthful, balanced, and independent well into your later years. Now that you've learned the 3 foundational exercises, push-ups, squats, and planks, the next step is to organize them into a weekly plan. After 50, the body needs both challenge and recovery. This routine respects that balance. Monday. Begin with a 5-minute warm-up light walking or dynamic mobility work. Do 3 sets of push-ups at your chosen variation. Then complete 3 sets of squats and finish with 2 sets of planks. Cool down with gentle stretching. Tuesday. An active recovery day. Take a 20-30 minute brisk walk or do some gentle stretching. Recovery helps build strength by allowing muscles to repair. Wednesday. Warm up, then start with squats, 3 sets, possibly increasing reps from Monday. Move into 3 sets of planks, slightly longer holds, followed by 2 sets of push-ups. Thursday, another active recovery day. Keep moving, gently walking, yoga, or mobility drills. Friday, circuit training. Warm up, then perform 1 set each of push-ups, squats, and planks with little rest. Repeat the circuit 3 times, end with deep breathing and stretching. This weekly plan targets strength, mobility, and cardiovascular health while allowing time for recovery. A smart, sustainable way to stay strong and vibrant after 50. By practicing push-ups, squats, and planks consistently, you're building strength, stability, and independence. One day at a time. This routine isn't just about fitness. It's about reclaiming control over how you move, feel, and live after 50. With a smart structure that balances effort and recovery, you'll feel stronger, more mobile, and more confident in daily life. Remember, consistency beats intensity, so show up, honor your pace, and celebrate your progress. You're not just exercising, you're investing in a healthier, more active future.